Whoops. My name is Robert Smalls. I reside at 852 North Washington Street, which is the corner of Oakley Lane and North Washington Street. And I'm here about the proposed gas line. At the public meeting of 04/14, I asked UGI officials what were the required setbacks for the city of Wilkes Barre. They responded there were no such rules. I asked the same question of a PUC official and was told each municipality sets its own rules. I asked another PUC official the same question and I was told 10 feet. Why are there no such rules for the city of Wilkes Barre? I warned Oakley Lane is a dangerous area for land stability, groundwater, and floods. Truck traffic, even though no exit signs are on Johnson Street, posted on Johnson Street, trucks drive through the fields to get to Oakley Lane. According to C. Rhodes P., engineering PhD, the key to safety for a high-pressure gas line in an urban setting is the setback area. I gave a copy of this report to Mr. Friday, the mayor, and Councilman Merrick. Wilkes Barre Council work session. Council Vice Chairman Tony George asked Friday if the installation of the pipeline would create a dangerous situation on Oakley Lane. Friday responded that the current line under Pennsylvania Ave constitutes a dangerous situation. What does this non-answer mean? Does it mean that the lives of Pennsylvania Ave residents are more important than those of Oakley Lane residents? What is the dangerous situation? Is it the rough condition of the road because of repaving due to gas line problems? Or is it the condition of the pipeline itself? In either case, the new pipeline, estimated to last 100 years, will negate the issue of pipeline condition and eliminate the need to keep digging up the pavement to repair the pipe, thus eliminating the dangerous situation. Mr. Frady further states that the route has the approval of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. My guess is that the Corps' key interest was how the gas line would affect the dike, and not with any safety issues on Oakley Lane. I would like to have the answer to the following questions. When did the City of Wilkes Barre engineer meet with the U.S. Corps of Engineers and UGI? Who attended the meeting? Are the minutes of the meeting available to the public? Mr. Friday states that the State of Public Utility Commission also approved the plan. When and who did Mr. Friday meet with at the PUC? Are the minutes of that meeting available? Whose name is given for the PUC approval? Safety. I have been informed by reliable sources that UGI officials have stated they don't need Wilkes Barre City Council approval for an easement agreement. This statement is arrogant and at best shows the true demeanor of this corporation. A perfect example of this contempt for safety is illustrated in the Citizens Voice news article dated 12/11/2013, written by Elizabeth Skraditz, staff writer. Excerpts from the story. Issues with the Wilkes Barre pipeline resulted in UGI being hit with a $1 million fine, the largest in the history of the Pennsylvania Public Utility Commission. Gas leaks were detected on 4/4/2012 at the Sheets convenience store on Route 309. UGI technicians incorrectly identified the pipeline location, then later used insufficient clamps to see the leaks and allegedly left the site unmonitored. On May 16, 2012, a UGI contractor found a potentially dangerous concentration of natural gas under the Sheets parking lot, curb, and concrete island. A subsequent investigation by the PUC's Gas Safety Division determined UGI didn't comply with state and federal regulations. UGI's record keeping and monitoring were deemed inadequate, and repairs to the badly corroded pipeline were insufficient, and the PCU ruled. After negotiations between the PUC and UGI, a settlement agreement was filed on August 16th. Under terms, UGI did not have to admit wrongdoing, but did have to implement new safety measures. Prior to the Wilkes Barre pipeline problems, PUC officials had condemned UGI's compliance history in regards to natural gas safety. Most notable was the February 9, 2011 explosion in Allentown, Pennsylvania that killed 5 people and destroyed 8 homes. With the above record to rely on, it is apparent that the UGI Corporation top priority is cost to the corporation, not safety. Their safety record is abysmal, as the CB article points out. Yet they want to place a 12-inch high-pressure gas line within 7 feet of my home and want me to trust them that my family will be safe. I, being a party opposed to the resolution, would welcome a tabling of this resolution, or if that is not feasible, I would welcome a no vote when the resolution is voted on. Wouldn't that be a great 4 people telling a large corporation that their vote does count? that they just can't stick a 12-inch pressurized gas line next to these 3 homes and go merrily on their way. If litigation is required to resolve this issue, your vote no will be a great help to me to stand up to this large corporation for the value of home lives and property. Thank you. Any questions? I'll be happy to answer.
Now, you're saying the gas line's coming 7 feet from your property or from your home?
From the home, approximately, yes.
From your home itself?
Yes, approximately. I don't know exactly where the pipe is going. It's a 10-foot wide lane, and I've got about 4 feet clearance between the lane and my home.
Mr. George, there's people here from UGI.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was going to say, can they come up?
Specifically, if there's no one else from the public other than UGI officials that want to, anyone else on this topic? Mr. Smalls, we have a representative from UGI here this evening that will attempt to answer the questions.
Well, they've answered the questions, and I know what the safety features they're going to tell you, but what they're not going to tell you is, I don't know how many homes are involved, let's say about 80, and 77 of them are going to have the same protection, this distance from the pipeline. 3 homes out of the whole thing won't. And the extra safety will be they're going to bury the pipe a foot deeper and put something on it so it doesn't, rust or something like that. That doesn't, it doesn't mean that much what they're offering. It's not going to make me feel any better. I'm not going to be able to sleep at night worrying about this thing.
Mr. Smalls, you said your home is within 10 feet of the gas line where it's going?
It's going to be somewhere in that area, yes. I don't know the exact distance because I don't know exactly where they're going to put that pipe. It's a 10-foot wide alley. Are they going to put it right in the middle? Then it would be within 10 feet or less.
Understood, okay. I'm just asking, not advocating your side. Just so council is aware, and to answer one of your questions, you asked for a direct question, or a direct answer to the question. I met with Mr. Ferrari and representatives from UGI, Bob Lamson and Ed Dunlop, and I believe it was in February. And we went over this project so we would understand it. I also asked and invited Mr. Merritt and Mr. Barrett, because it was in their districts, to come and see the project as well. Prior to the meeting, the public meeting, I sent an email to all of council, and we requested, I sent them copies of all of the documentation and a copy of the administration on it, so that everyone had a copy of everything that was going on. And I apologize, I believe the meeting was in February. I can get you a specific date, and I will do that for you, but I just don't have it this evening. But it was a Tuesday evening before a council meeting that we met on this issue. At that meeting, we discussed some of the concerns, some of the issues, and we asked them specifically, what other alternatives there were, what issues could be addressed, and they seemed to answer those adequately. I'm not saying that that's an end-all answer for you, but I just want to let you know that we did meet ahead of time. In terms of the PUC, I specifically did not meet with the PUC, and to my knowledge, I don't think anybody met with the PUC, but I know that Mr. Ferrari had looked into whether or not PUC approval had been obtained, which we understand it did.
I have been in contact with the PUC since early March, and I spoke to them about 4 hours ago. And as the last time I spoke to them, they weren't able to find where the approval came from.
Fair enough.
Okay? And that's why they asked me to find out at the meeting tonight who approved it, who signed off on it from the PUC, so that they could find out what's going on. Because I'm going to have a formal hearing about this with the PUC, and I guess UGI. But we are going to the next step. We've gone to step 1. They advised me to go to step 2, and they said before taking any legal action, let's get step 2 done. Okay? And that's where we stand.
Thank you. Anyone else on this